Zion, Zion, Zion.
Hey yo, Ren, turn that up.
Only a few of us gon' make it out. Zion, Zion. Only you remnant, 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 only you remnant. When is my people gon' learn? If you don't come back, you gon' burn. We take up the scriptures confirm. It's time for my people return. Only you remnant, 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 only you remnant. When is my people gon' learn? If you don't come back, you gon' burn. We take up the scriptures confirm. It's time for my people return. Only a remnant. We at the end and we feeling it. We the sand of the sea, but a remnant. Shall return to the word when they hearing it. We the sons of Israel. Our word will never fail. Baptizing in Jacob's well. Holy Spirit ain't playing for real. Will you get protected? He's sending them plagues. I'm trying to make sure that he's sending rain. All in my life, all in my head, all in my walk, all in my legs. You don't got that blood, you walking dead. Walk as he walk, we should live what it say. Only a remnant gonna be spared. Only a remnant gonna be spared. Abba gon' get us out of these countries. Abba said, let me see who really want me. Forsaking our houses, forsaking our money. We got that signal from heaven, he coming. Drinking his cup, nobody running. Flesh getting weak, but the spirit is gunning. We see the prophecy, we know he coming. We see the prophecy, we know he coming. But it's only you remnant, 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 only you remnant. When is my people gon' learn? If you don't come back, you gon' burn. We take up the scriptures confirm. It's time for my people return. Only you remnant, 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 only you remnant. When is my people gon' learn? If you don't come back, you gon' burn. We take up the scriptures confirm. It's time for my people return. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's how my heart hurts for you. And the sun, he died for you. Yes, it's true, yes, it's true. You didn't have no clue. That's because nobody told you. They couldn't afford to. Called you monkey like you Goku. It ain't like nobody owed you. We broke the law and they sold you. We did this all to ourselves, Jacob. Now it's the time that you know the truth. You don't know you so special. You don't even see what's next, though. So we cry, cry, cry. Only remnants gonna make it out of here alive. Please repent, my people, cause we at the end of time. Only you remnant, 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 only you remnant. When is my people gon' learn? If you don't come back, you gon' burn. We take up the scriptures confirm. It's time for my people return. Only you remnant, 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 only you remnant. When is my people gon' learn? If you don't come back, you gon' burn. We take up the scriptures confirm. It's time for my people return. It's time for my people return.
Engulfed in flames, screams piercing the night, and a massacre so brutal it shaped the dark foundation of a nation. Imagine a quiet village engulfed in flames, screams piercing the night, and a massacre so brutal it shaped the dark foundation of a nation. Welcome to Evil Walks Amongst Us, where today we uncover the Pequot Massacre of 1637, a forgotten colonial atrocity that left hundreds dead and history stained with blood. In the early 17th century, the New World was a battleground of survival and ambition. The Pequot tribe, a powerful and proud Native American group in what is now Connecticut, had established themselves as skilled traders and warriors, controlling key territories along the Mystic River. Their strength made them both respected and feared by neighboring tribes and the newly arrived English colonists. These colonists, driven by a mix of religious zeal and economic greed, sought to expand their settlements and secure valuable trade routes, particularly in beaver pelts, which were highly prized by European traders. The arrival of English colonists in the 1630s, however, brought an influx of settlers eager to claim land and establish permanent settlements. These colonists, driven by a mix of Puritan religious fervor and economic opportunism, viewed the Pequot as both a trading partner and a potential threat. Tensions brewed over disputed territories and trade disputes, with minor skirmishes erupting sporadically. The breaking point came in 1636, when a colonial trader, John Oldham, was found murdered on a trading vessel. Though the evidence was inconclusive, the English quickly pointed fingers at the Pequot, using the incident as a pretext to escalate hostilities. This led to a series of retaliatory raids, with both sides suffering losses, and set the stage for a violent confrontation that would leave an indelible mark on the region. The colonists, under the command of Captain John Mason, a military leader with a reputation for unyielding resolve, began devising a plan to deliver a crushing blow to the Pequot, aiming to eliminate their resistance once and for all. On the night of May 26, 1637, under the cover of a moonless sky, colonial forces consisting of approximately 90 Englishmen and 200 Native American allies from the Narragansett and Mohegan tribes moved silently toward the Pequot village near the Mystic River. The village was a close-knit community, home to families who had gathered for a traditional celebration, unaware of the impending doom. The attackers, guided by local allies familiar with the terrain, surrounded the settlement, cutting off all escape routes with meticulous precision. As the first light of dawn crept over the horizon, the colonists unleashed their plan, setting fire to the wooden wigwams and longhouses with torches and gunfire. The flames spread with terrifying speed, turning the village into a roaring inferno. Panic erupted as Pequot warriors scrambled to defend their homes, only to be met with relentless volleys of musket fire from the well-armed English. The colonial forces and their allies stormed the burning village, showing no mercy. Men were shot or stabbed as they emerged from the flames, while women and children were either burned alive inside their homes or cut down with swords and axes as they fled. The air was thick with the stench of burning flesh and the sounds of anguished cries, creating a scene of unimaginable horror. Estimates of the death toll vary widely due to the chaos and lack of accurate records, but historians suggest between 400 and 700 Pequot perished that day, including non-combatants who had no chance to escape. Survivors were dragged from the wreckage, with some executed on the spot, others taken as prisoners, and many sold into slavery in the West Indies or given to the Narragansett and Mohegan as spoils of war. The attack was so savage that even some of the Native American allies who had joined the assault expecting a standard battle were reportedly shocked and protested the slaughter of women and children, with one account noting their dismay at the English disregard for tribal customs of warfare. The aftermath of the massacre was a turning point that reshaped the colonial landscape. The Pequot, once a dominant force in the region, were decimated, their power broken in a single night. In the weeks that followed, surviving members were hunted down by colonial militias and their allies, with many forced into hiding or enslaved. The English declared a decisive victory, using the massacre to justify further expansion into Pequot lands, which were quickly resettled by colonists and renamed to erase the tribe's presence. The event also had a profound ripple effect, emboldening the English to adopt more aggressive policies against other Native American groups, leading to a series of conflicts that defined the colonial era. The survivors who were not killed or enslaved were absorbed into other tribes under strict oversight, their cultural identity suppressed. Historians continue to debate the nature of the event, with some labeling it an early act of genocide, due to its intent to eradicate the Pequot as a people, while others argue it was a brutal but typical outcome of colonial warfare driven by economic and territorial motives. The massacre faded from mainstream historical narratives, overshadowed by later wars like the American Revolution, but its legacy endures in the oral histories of native communities and in the sparse, often biased accounts left by the English. That's the Pequot Massacre of 1637, a brutal stain on history brought to life for you. If you enjoyed this dive into the past,
What does it move? But that's not what this video is about. If you're a Black in 2025 and you're still celebrating Thanksgiving, like I want to know why. You know, what is the purpose? Because when you think about it, you know, that's the celebration of the slaughter of your own people. And like it further proves, like, you know, Black people, they be so spiritual until it's time to do some spiritual shit. When it's time to separate yourself, like he said to do, y'all just act like. And I know y'all know that Thanksgiving was brought about behind bloodshed. No, check me out, because Thanksgiving was the colonization, the dehumanization, the manipulation, the exploitation, the fabrication, the false celebration, and the forced assimilation that we love today. Shout out to Deacon Asaph. What are we really celebrating, y'all? Then, like, just think about the indigenous people on that day. Like, they're busy mourning, memorializing, and commemorating the death of their people, and the whole world is like kiki, laughing it up, having a good old time. That's not a good example of loving your neighbor like you love yourself. Unless, of course, you hate yourself. So, the Thanksgiving hits different when you know the history and you pay attention. You're like, dang, this is jacked up. Just because you change it to Friendsgiving does not change the original meaning. Go into your scriptures and look up the Feast of Dedication. That's coming upon us. Celebrate that.
Shalom, 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 family, shalom, Most High in Christ. Bless Yahuwah Bahashem Yahusha Barakatah. All praise and glory to the Most High and His only begotten Son, Jesus the Christ, Yahushua Mashiach Yahushua. Blessed be His and their holy name. Peace and blessings to the family. Peace and blessings. I just wanted to drop that on there with y'all. It's not going to be a whole lot of scripture reading here today. I want to just come on here and talk about this Thanksgiving a little bit. Get some information, some things that we already know about it, some things we may have heard about it. But we're going to just read a few things just to get our mind as a refresher. Because every year we start to have some issues with this, you know. People come up, man, Thanksgiving is not serving another power. It's not serving another God. It's not, but you know, you start to realize that you are, let me hide this ticker, that you are commemorating a holiday that was about a slaughter of a people, a whole slaughter of a people. And you think the Most High is happy with that? What it said in Amos, you know, he turned his nose away from your solemn assemblies. He don't want to hear those holidays that you out here doing. You know, a whole nation of people. These were your people. Don't let them trick you into telling you that, you know, the way they look and all these things that, you know, the people that we see out here today that they call Native Americans and all that, a lot of them are not the true people of who we're talking about. A lot of them are not. These people were our people. They look just like me and you. They act like we act, but what they did the same thing. They broke the laws of their power, of our power, of the Most High, and they were put into captivity and they were slaughtered. They started serving all the stars and the moons and all those things. And once they got away, once we got away and start associating ourselves with other people, other nations, that's when, you know, we started to serve the powers that they were serving. And the Most High said, nah, just because you think you went all the way across some the waters, I'm still gonna get y'all. Oh man, I should have pulled it up, but Solomon sent ships all around. They was gone for like 3 years. And if you start looking at some of the things that Solomon was bringing back, when he was bringing back, there was some things that was native to this land over here. And so when we say that our people was already over here, these are the things that we mean that our people was already over here. I could pulled up so many pictures of black Indians. I could have pulled all that up, but if y'all just look in the way that it was slaughtered, you see the Pequot people just then, the way that it was slaughtered. They were slaughtered for a reason, and that's the way. Those things happen to us. They were taken away. They were hunted down. They was taken away to other cases. They was taken across the water over into England area. They were taken away, and those were all people that was taken away at that time. I'm trying to pull up my email if it's letting me, so I can read y'all a couple of articles. I thought I had some rules that I was gonna jump on, but hey, look, I can do this one solo dolo. I can do this one solo dolo. I believe. Let me see if I can pull it up. We just read about the Pequot. We're going to read a little bit more about the Pequot War. I mean, we just looked at a video on it. Let's share the screen real quick, but we're going to read something here. Share the screen. All right. A lot of people think that, when they give us the narrative of when the Pilgrims and things came over, it was all love on the Mayflower. Everything was all hunky-dory and lovey-dovey. We shared food. We shared these things. But it wasn't like that. And we know now in history that it wasn't like that. We know it now in history that it was disgusting other things that they did. I was going to go through and find a whole lot of things, man, what they was chopping heads around and kicking them around like soccer balls. And it was insulting of what they were doing to our babies, our little girls. These heathens were doing some disgusting things. And we sit here and celebrate this like it's not a big deal. And we don't care about it. I'm not worried about the history. This is not why we do it now. This is not this. We're okay. This is not what we're doing. Like we heard the sister say it over there. You call it Friendsgiving. So you think you changing the name of this, or you try to change the name of it and try to make it right. And most I say, who can make a crooked thing straight? No one. No one. So I don't care what name you try to put on it. Just like trunk or treat. The same way. I see you, brother Warriors. I sent you the link to your phone if you care to join. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just drop it in the chat. Also, let's copy right there. Close. Yeah, let me put it in there. And if anybody want to come up, I'll bring you in if you want to say something about it. Anything that you know about this day, how you feel about it, I'll drop you in no matter who it is. Y'all can come on up. But I'm going to read this right here real quick. Y'all see this is Thanksgiving. Christopher Columbus. Oh, come on now. Don't get in the way. Christopher Columbus voyages. Oh, no. Let me matter of fact, let me do it this way. Make it a little easier to read. See if it shows. No, it's not letting me do it that way. It's not going to show. Exit it back out. It's not showing it. All right, I'm going to read it from here. Let me blow it up a little bit for y'all. Go up one. All right, here we go. Christopher Columbus voyages marked the beginning of sustained European exploration and colonization. The resultant interaction with Native Americans were complex, involving initial periods of trade and alliance building. followed by conflict driven by the European demand for land and resources. So y'all know everywhere they go, they want to take. That's all they want to do. They come in, they learn how to do the skills that it takes to live in the area, or to build, to hunt, what animals, how to use. They learn all of these things, and they take land and resources and devastating European diseases to which the Native Americans had no immunity. No immunity to these diseases that they brought over. These diseases were foreign. The scripture tell you in Deuteronomy 28 that he gonna send some diseases and plagues over here. He gonna hit you with diseases and plagues that's not even mentioned in this book. That's how you know that they were the people over here at that time. Because these diseases the European brought over, they wasn't listening. They never had an issue with it. They going in the curses. That was one of the curses. I'm gonna hit you with one of these, with these diseases that's not mentioned in this book, and that's what they brought out. All right, European diseases to which the Native American has no immunity. Key events of conflict include early Spanish brutalities, 1492 onwards. If y'all get the book, I keep telling you about the Jews and Moors in Spain. Y'all get that book, read that book, go into it. You'll see about this what happened to our people over there, how it was. In the Caribbean, Columbus and the Spanish brutalized the Arawak Taino and the Lucanian people, taking many as prisoners and slaves. The native population of Hispaniola dropped dramatically due to mistreatment, disease, especially smallpox, and forced labor. Ponce de Leon in Florida, 1513 through 1513 and 1521. Spanish explorer Juan Ponce de Leon attempt to colonize Florida, where he were met with fierce resistance from the Causa and the Timucua people. And his 1521 expedition failed. Conquest of the Aztec and Inca empires during 1519 through 1535. Hernan Cortez, by securing alliance with the Aztecs' enemies, conquered the Aztec empire, leading to death of hundreds of thousands and the establishment of New Spain. Francisco Pizarro similarly conquered the Inca Empire in South America. So y'all see how these people are coming in, and while they taught us in school, when they came in, we sat together, we ate together, we prayed together. They learned how to use the corn, and we learned from them. That wasn't it. They lied to us on all of these things. And you think about this. Why are people doing Thanksgiving right now? Why? Think about why. What is it all about? Where it originally where it came from, we lost that, and we're still celebrating it. Just like I was talking to some brothers, and we can go to Jeremiah 10 about the Christmas tree. Now, back then, they was like saying Jeremiah 10. Let's go to it. Let's go to it real quick. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up real quick. And I'm gonna tell y'all y'all can see what I'm talking about. Jeremiah 10. Okay, share this one instead. All right, y'all see on the screen Jeremiah 10 and verse 1. I'm gonna read it. It say, hear ye the word which the Lord spake unto you, O house of Israel. Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the custom of the people are vain. One cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with an axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. Right there, I've been talking to some brothers about that, and they said, man, they was worshiping idols at the time. They went there and cut idols down. They shaved the whole thing down, cut the leaves and limbs off of it. They painted it. They decked it in silver and gold, and they started to go down and worship it. Well, what I was doing with the brothers, I was trying to explain, say, bro, if you say that's not the Christmas tree, you are still doing the same practice that they were doing back then. Right now, you may not be going out in the woods of cutting a tree down, but at that time, they were. When they first started cutting Christmas trees down, they were going out in the woods, cutting the Christmas tree down, dragging it to the house. They got plenty of movies and pictures out there. You can see the heathens dragging the tree to the house in the snow with the horse and all that, and they trying to get it to the house. They get it in the house, nailed it on a tree stand, set it up. I say, you still doing the same rituals that what they're doing. Oh, brother, but they bowing down to it. I didn't bow down to it. Well, I tell you what, how do you put the gifts up under the tree? As soon as you bow down to get the gifts, put the gifts under the tree, and you bow down to receive the gifts from under the tree. So it's like you giving a gift to that, and you're bowing down, and you're letting your children do the same. Just because you say it's not the exact same thing, you are doing and practicing the same rituals. That's why we shouldn't be doing these things here. All right, let's get back to the article that I was reading. So, all right, let me share this tab again. So I just brought you that just to show you, to give you understand that we shouldn't be doing the things of the heathen. And any ritualistic things that the heathens were doing, and we go and practice those things, we are doing the same thing. No matter what, we can't change it just because we want to call it another name. We want to stamp Christ's name on it. We want to stamp the Most High name on it. But this right here of Thanksgiving was a massacre. Was a massacre. All right, we're going to read the other part of this. Where we at? Jamestown, the Potawatomi, Jamestown, and the Potawatomi Confederacy, 1607 onwards. The first permanent English settlement at Jamestown, Virginia, faced starvation and relied on aid of the Potawatomi Confederacy. Relations quickly deteriorated, leading to the First Anglo-Potawatomi War and a near wipeout of Jamestown Colony in 1622. Powhatan attack. Pequot War, 1636 to 1637. I see you. Shalom, Mark. Shalom. Uh-oh. Are you there, Mark?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I got you. I got you.
All right, shalom.
Yep. I don't know if you caught any of it when I was bringing out. But, I lost track of time. I looked up. I said, "Oh man, we're probably going live at 7:30." I'm out here Cadillacing. Okay. Yeah, I seen Warriors had jumped on around 6, so I had it for 6:30. But when I seen it jumped on, I said, "I'm gonna go ahead and push the time for 7:30." I didn't know he had got off at 7, so I started us a little bit early. Right. I played a video of the Pequot War earlier. And show these people, talking about this Thanksgiving, showing these people, man, how these people came over here with diseases, warfare, stealing, wanting to take everything, and all that. It's all good, warrior. It's all good. It was a spur of the moment thing for me. That's why I had went on there and said it. It's all good.
Well, you know, Thanksgiving, you know, it's funny. It's not funny, but now that you come into the knowledge of the truth, right? And you understand when they say Thanksgiving, who now you understand who they giving thanks to, because this race of people that came over here and done what they did to the Indians, right? They always use violence wherever they go. And if you go back to their gods, the god of Odin, I think he's a god of war, right?
Let me see.
And that's who they're giving thanks to.
Let me see.
They call him Odin.
I'm trying to pull him up now. Oh, Odin. Okay. All right. It says Odin. Hold on. Yeah. Odin. Y'all know. I think I got that shared. Odin. He, the man antagonist of the Norse era in the God of War franchise, portrayed as a ruthless and manipulative king of Aesir. He is the father of Thor and Balder and obsessed with gaining knowledge, power, and control. In God of War, he is, and this, I guess they made a movie about it, showing who he was. I'm trying to see what they got some older stuff about it, but yeah, he's the Norse. Right, look what they say. Odin, the All-Father, Norse god of war and wisdom. And that's, Odin is the god of war and wisdom in Norse mythology. He shares the secret and the runes as both a text of magical toolkits with mankind. He is also a god of magic and travelers.
So this god of war, that's who they worship. This is what their religion. This is what Christianity is. When they say we want to give praise to God and all that He given us, that's who they thinking, Odin, because everything these people got their hands on, they got it through violence and war. And this is the God. This is the so-called lesser God, as I call. This is who they worship. This is who they praying to. So to bring it up to the day, we were talking about Thanksgiving. What did Donald Trump change? It used to be the Department of Defense. Now it's called what? Department of War. He's giving homage back to who? Odin, their god. So if you want to understand it in modern times on what I'm talking about, and to show y'all that this is so true what they're doing, go watch the movie American Gods. It's not a movie, it's a series. When you watch that, it'll show you what all these gods come from. And he was the head leader, Odin, of all the lesser gods that was under him. All right, Yahoo, you go ahead.
Hey, that movie right there got a lot of hidden gems in it too. A lot of hidden gems in that movie. They show you when they on the stage.
They put out 400 years in there, didn't they? And they had the god of Easter in there too.
Yep. Y'all go check that out. It's a good series to watch too. All right. Where I was, Pequot. We was on the Pequot War. The Pequot War, English settlers. Let me show y'all where it's in the show. There we go. Pequot War, English settlers in New England and their Native American allies, Narragansett and Mohegan, fought and largely destroyed the Pequot Nation over control of land and trade. So that's what they do. Look, they will come in and make an ally with the other nations that they know that have animosity or war against them, which they're going to be the same people. If y'all go read in the book of Judges, how Israel was even at war at that time. Look how the whole tribe of Benjamin was almost wiped out. The whole tribe. That was Israel against each other. King Philip. This is King Philip War, also known as Metacom's Rebellion. This was a major conflict in New England as Native American tribes under the leadership of Metacom, King Philip, rose up to resist further English colonial expansion. French and Indian War, 1754 to 1763. This conflict was a reflection of European rivalries, which both the French and the British forged alliance with various Native American tribes. Many tribes sided with the French in hope of halting British expansion, but the British victory resulted in further land losses for Native Americans. Now y'all start to see, where is the Thanksgiving part of all of this? Where are they started giving thanks at? When do you start giving thanks? When you see this is a war where people coming over here taking the land that you have. What are we celebrating? Why are we celebrating these things? All right. Those conflicts around Europe, these conflicts along with European diseases, and that's one thing they bring over when they come. They bring nothing but diseases over. Nothing but diseases because they are unclean. We see that today. Mike, in his truck stop, you go in, huh? These conflicts, along with European diseases and colonial policies, focus on land acquisition and forced removal, had a devastating and long-lasting impact on Native American population and their way of life. And we got, when we call it, and we say Thanksgiving. We say Thanksgiving. All right, y'all. This is gonna be one right here. I'm gonna go through this one, and this is what the class is about right here. Thanksgiving, the dark truth. Thanksgiving today is mostly seen as a family holiday, but its historical roots are tied to colonization, warfare, and deep trauma for many Native American communities. Here is the clearest historically grounded explanation of the dark history often left out of school versions. The myth versus the reality. Myth. Pilgrims and what's that word right there? Wampanoag natives had a friendly feast mutual corporation in 1621. Reality. The 1621 gathering did happen, but it was not seen as a national celebration, nor was it an annual tradition. It took place during a time of high tension, political alliance, survival struggle after disease had already devastated native populations. And we saying thank you, Thanksgiving to that. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run through here and say Thanksgiving. We're gonna cook the turkey. The turkey, and some of you got all the abominations on there. It was one article I read. They said that the blood was the cranberry sauce is the blood. The cranberry sauce is the blood that was spilled up for the people. Why do you think they made that specific thing a cranberry sauce? These people doing this to mock us, or they did this to mock us. And today we celebrate it like it's no tomorrow. Epidemics before the Pilgrims arrived. Now, y'all, I want you to listen to this. This was before the Pilgrims arrived. From about 1616 to 1619, a European-born epidemic likely leptospirosis, killed up to 90% of the coastal Wampanoag people. The catastrophic depopulation severely weakened Native nations and allowed English settlers to take over their lands more easily. Y'all see that? What's that? What is it called when they what warfare is that called when they hit you with diseases and bring those things in? That's what they did to the people. But we sit here and celebrate. This is a harsh reality that we need to face. This is what we need to be telling our people. And this when they look, we don't celebrate the killing of our people, germ warfare. We don't celebrate that. And then, you can have it's going to be rough because you can have, if you're in a town where all the family come in at, or you're still in your hometown and you still have all your people behind you, they're going to be calling you up on your phone. They're going to be hitting you with the text messages. They're going to be saying, where you at? We looking for you, man. We haven't seen you in years. Once you come over here. They already talked about you. You can believe that. You've been talked about. So if you go over there, you're going to be the talk. But I'm telling you not to go. That's what I'm saying. Stand strong, stand firm, and what do you believe? Stay in your place. See you when I see you. Look, I got bigger fish to fry. I'm over here trying to get to the kingdom. I'm trying to get to the kingdom. What did I read? Okay, here we go. All right, this is another one. In 3, it says the 1621 feast was not a peaceful Thanksgiving. The Wampanoag leader Massaoith only interacted with pilgrims because his people had been weakened by disease. They don't teach that in school. These people, I'm telling y'all, and then we want to hold hands with them. We want to try to get them saved. We want to feel sorry for them. These people do not care and did not care about you as a people. Mike, where is that scripture in Deuteronomy 28? I quoted earlier, or Warrior. And y'all finally said Deuteronomy 28, where he said he's going to hit you with these disease that's not mentioned in this book. Deuteronomy 28 and all right, let me see. This Deuteronomy 28 and 59. Yeah. That's it. Deuteronomy 28. Let me see. I'm gonna get it on screen for y'all. Let me get it on screen. If I can get it on screen, I want y'all to look at it so I can show y'all that what we talking about. I said it wasn't gonna be a heavy scripture night, but I want to bring some scripture out. just to show you. All right. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and we're going to go to verse 59. Matter of fact, we'll go to verse 58. Oh, I see you, warriors. Hold on, let me bring you up. There you go. Shalom to y'all. Shalom. All right, here we go. Deuteronomy 28, and we're going to go to verse 58 right here. It says, if thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear this glorious and fearful name, the Lord thy God, the Most High our power, the Lord will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues, and of long continuance, and sore sickness, and of long continuance. Verse 60. Moreover, he will bring upon you. Okay, you go. See you back up. Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the disease of Egypt, which thou wast afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. And also every sickness and every plague which is not written in this book, in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed.
Now, hey, you say, now listen, y'all, listen. You said every disease that's not written in this book, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all follow me? Now, type right there in that search engine. Put consumption. Put consumption in that search engine. Consumption. And it's going to take you to Leviticus 26. I just don't know what verse, but put consumption in there, and it's going to be in Leviticus 26. Chapter 26.
Trying to make me, he trying to make me spell it. I know I'm not spelling it right.
COM SUM.
SUMP probably, huh?
Yeah. TIOE. Consumption, I think.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
There we go. All right, there we go right there.
Then pull up Leviticus 26 in there.
Yeah, yes, sir. Pulled up Leviticus 26.
All right. Do me a favor. Pull your Strongs out. And remember what the Most High, every disease that's not written in this book, right?
Mm-hmm.
And remember what you read earlier before you brought the scripts out, brother. These people use what? Germ warfare, right?
Germ warfare.
All right. A disease that's not written in this book. Now, read that verse. Read in the consumption. And the Hebrew word for consumption is sheheket, right? So,
yeah.
Yeah. That white man going to say sheheket. And
Strong's H 7829 Shachetheth.
All right, look at the biblical outline usage of that word, brother. Give me that definition.
Outline of biblical usage: consumption, wasting disease, a wasting disease of the lungs.
What was COVID? What was COVID? Ain't that he said you're gonna be wasted away by disease that's not even disease that's not written in this book where it said in Deuteronomy 28.
Mm-hmm.
So over here Leviticus 26, because Leviticus 26 and Deuteronomy 28 is saying the same thing, brothers and sisters. It just worded a few words different. Consumption is not in Deuteronomy 28. So hold on.
Let me get it. Let me get it in Deuteronomy 28 for you. It could be in it's Deuteronomy 28 and 22. Consumption. It's that same one in Deuteronomy 28, 22. And I'm gonna read that verse for him real quick, and then I'm gonna go back to the verse in Deuteronomy 28 and 22. It said, "The Most High shall smite thee with a consumption, and with a fever, and with an inflammation, and with an extreme burning, and with the sword, and with blasting, and with mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish.
So that consumption, disease of the lungs, it called that. If you ever had it, you know it did cause it. I had it. It caused me to have a fever. You get what I'm saying, brother? Well, I'm bringing y'all to this to say this: who created that disease? The same people that brought it over here.
Yes, sir.
During the time of the Indians. That's what I'm just showing you who the pale horse is, and on that horse rode with him was called what? Death.
Death.
Everywhere these people go, they bring death.
Everywhere. Everywhere.
All over the earth. All right, brother, I yield.
Yep. Well, yeah, warrior.
Yeah. I'm still here. What you need?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, anything you want to bring out, bro, just jump in, bring it out when you feel free, man. When you feel like it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm learning and listening.
All praise, all praise.
Yeah.
All right. Let me read this one again. Here we go. Verse 3, but it's 3. Let me share my screen again right here. This is 3. Another, y'all remember what we're reading? This is Thanksgiving dark truth. And then we got myth and reality. All right, this is 3. I read it earlier, but I'm reading it again. It said the 1621 feast was not a peaceful Thanksgiving. The Wampanoag people of leader Massa Oeth only interacted with the pilgrims because his people had been weakened by disease. He needed an alliance against rival tribes like the Narragansett. And I want y'all to know, I think they painted that narrative too. I don't believe that they was out here fighting against each other as they painted the narrative. It wasn't enough of them. So that's another one that I don't believe. They said that these heathen will do that. The famous feast was not a celebration of harmony. It was part of a political military alliance, not a holiday. All right. Listen to this one. It said the first actual Thanksgiving was after a colonial massacre.
Did you say it's a political alliance?
Yeah. It said the famous feast was not a celebration of harmony. It was part of a political military alliance, not a holiday.
So that just goes right back to war. Everywhere these people do. It's you notice they celebrate. Look at the 4th of July. What was that? War. The Revolutionary War. All of this, they glorify and make holidays after war, man.
Yep.
And then around this time of the year, they go into their witchcraft, into their rituals with your Halloween. Then they jump you right over here to Thanksgiving. Then it's over there to Christmas. Then it's right there to New Year's Eve and day. And then it's Valentine's Day. Boy, these heathens slick, man. They slick.
They slick with it. They slick with it. Like you say, they put it back to back, and they be playing on your spirit with it. Get you all leveled up. Man, you just seen your people that came in, and all of that. You happy, and you done ate, got your belly full. You eating all the abominations, and everybody got the itis after they finish eating, and talk about how good or bad the potato salad and dressing was, and you got stories to talk about. So you feel good. They make you feel good with these things.
Right.
But you said how good or bad the potato salad was.
Yeah. Yeah. So you got stories for a lifetime, and then you start to feel good about it. And you don't remember, or you forget, where did this come from?
And then a lot of people don't put these two together. They gave thanks to their God of war, Thanksgiving, and giving the Israelites over to them. Then you go right into Black Friday, the selling of the slaves. Because that's what Black Friday is. If you Google the true meaning of Black Friday, they were selling Negroes on Black Friday.
Yep.
Is that a coincidence or that just? I don't think it's a coincidence.
Yeah, they'll give you the lame story. They call it Black Friday because at that time the stores and retail businesses was in the red, and when they sold these things at a discount, that means they was able to come out of the red and into the black. That's the story they'll give you, saying they was able to show a profit. That's not it. That's not the truth. They sold us. And a lot of times we don't want to admit it, and we don't want to everything that they do, it's about you. It's about you. It's about the true Israelites of the Bible. Everything that they do revolve around you. Every invention that they have came from us.
Thank God for killing the Indians, help us kill the Indians, and then thank God for Black Friday, we selling them Negroes.
Selling the Negroes. Everything is about you. I'm gonna show y'all these Indians, what these Indians look like too. They describe them too. Let me get this one right here to say the first actual Thanksgiving was a colonial massacre. This part is rarely taught. In 1637, the governor of Massachusetts Bay Colony declared a day of Thanksgiving after colonists and their native allies massacred over 400 men, women, and children during the Pequot War. This is the first recorded use of a Thanksgiving Day connected to a colonial government proclamation. Many native communities refer to Thanksgiving as a day of mourning because of this history. Y'all see that? And we out here giving thanks for somebody that has been killed, for a whole nation of people being slaughtered. We should be, why we ain't giving Thanksgiving for us going into slavery over here? Why we ain't doing that?
Not only that, that wasn't enough of selling Negroes on Black Friday and killing Indians. They take the whole United States. If that wasn't just good enough for them, they wiped out they doggone there wiped out the buffalo.
They pretty much did.
Yeah.
They pretty much did. They killed so many buffalo and let the bodies there on the ground, the carcasses there to rot.
The Indians were using the buffalo for food and clothing,
shelter, and everything.
And then they turn around and this is what during the invention of the Gatling gun.
Yeah,
they took them Gatling guns out there, set them up on those tripods, and slaughtered all those buffalo.
Yep. The so-called American buffalo was at a point of extinction, but because that was the warfare they did to starve the Indians out.
But hey, Jew nor Greek though. Born nor free. It
wasn't all of them. They got some good man, please. Why they didn't stop them?
Oh, my buddy, where Warriors go?
He fell off. I'm gonna be looking for him if he come back up. All right. Thanksgiving became a national holiday. This is number 5. Thanksgiving became a national holiday much later. The modern holiday was not created until Abraham Lincoln in 1863 during the Civil War. The Civil War declared a national Thanksgiving to foster unity. Now, you see, that's already going to try to swing, but we just read up in here about Thanksgiving right here. It was during this time when they slaughtered the Pequot people. So, after this, right here, you still going to call it Thanksgiving and bring it down here. You know, make it make sense. All right. And Abraham Lincoln in 1863, during the Civil War, declared a National Day of Thanksgiving to foster unity. It was based more on political goals and popular myth making, not on the 621 feast. That's when they got you and throw you off, because that's what it was on. The familiar story of pilgrims and native eating and brotherhoods popularized in the late 18 and early 1900, especially in school books. Now, all of that we read up here, we didn't hear nothing about none of them in brotherhood. None of them. But they expect, they brought it in the school books to make it seem as if that's the way it was. All right, 6, land theft, broken treaties, and forced assimilation followed. For Native Americans, Thanksgiving is tied to loss of land, broken treaties, forced removals. Y'all look, they got right here, Trail of Tears. I think that's a booklet, Trail of Tears. Y'all can read about that. Also, boarding school where Native children were stripped of their culture, continued erasure of Native history. Who do that sound like? Who do that sound like? What happened to us? What is our culture? We're just getting back to our culture now. Just starting to understand what it is, what our culture is now. They did the same thing to us. These are the same people. Where we at? Because of this, many Native people observe this day as a national day of mourning. Plymouth, Massachusetts, since 1970. Un-Thanksgiving, that's what they call it, Un-Thanksgiving. Indigenous people sunrise ceremonies, Alcatraz. Why the dark history matters? The sanitized version hides the scale of Native losses. So that sanitized version that they give us, or what they gave us in school about pilgrims and Native in brotherhood, it hides the scale of Native losses. The colonial violence that shaped U.S. history. The reality that Natives nation still force consequences of these events today. Understanding the full history doesn't erase the good feelings of they trying to slide this in, but I'm gonna read it anyway. Understanding the full history doesn't erase the good feelings of family that families may have today. It simply tells the truth. That good feeling that you feeling right now, that's not no feeling of the Most High. They took your name out of it. I'm gonna give y'all a scripture, real quick. Let me pull it up right here. Let's go to the book of Psalms. Let's go to the book of Psalms right now. When we read about those, we read about those. They try to hide your history, hide the people. Here we go. Let's go to the book of Psalms, and we go to the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 1. All right. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 1. Keep not thy silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, Thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. All right. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yisrael or Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee. They're going to give a whole listing of who these people are. But you see one of the first ones is Edom. One of the very first ones is Edom. Now, we just read that how they cut them off from being a people, took them away from their culture, their language, and all. Right now, we think, and a lot of our people are in the kitchen right now cooking chitlins or shitterlings, booty noodles. I was once there with them. Thought this is some country food right here, man. Oh man, that's what we thought that was it. We thought that was our culture until we start getting into these scriptures and start saying, oh no, we have a whole totally complete culture.
Hey,
from what?
Hebrew,
go ahead. Up.
You said they made treaties and broke those treaties with the Native Americans, right?
Yes, sir.
See, they came in talking smooth like butter, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Pull that Psalms 55 and 21. See, the whole time when he laid eyes on this land, war was in his heart the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the scriptures is telling us in Psalms 55 and 21.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords.
See that? They come in as peace, love, prosperity, but in their mind, war was there the whole time. The slaughter. And it's the same thing today. Right now in 2025, they do the same thing.
I'm gonna read it on down. Cast thy burdens upon the Most High, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. But thou, O God, shall bring them down into the pit of destruction. Bloody and deceitful men shall not live out half their days, but I would trust in thee. Tell me that they were bloody and deceitful men, wasn't it? Killing, lying, hiding it out, telling you coming in, trying to be your friend, giving you blankets filled with smallpox. I'm giving you this for warmth. But these people,
think about the way they put those smallpox in those blankets. Just think about what they did to Tuskegee, the folks in Tuskegee, Alabama, with the syphilis. Had to cure the whole time, but no, they injected them because they always thought that black people can endure pain. And they injected those men and women with syphilis just to see the side effects of having syphilis untreated. It had to cure the whole time.
The whole time they had to cure. Warrior just did his video earlier on how they let the sister in the hospital tell her she was all right. She go back home. This woman about to drop her baby, and they told her to go home. You'll be okay. But that's the way they treated her. Oh, they can endure the pain.
But they went to the doctor whose words were smoother than butter. But war was in his heart. Destruction. caused chaos. It was in his heart. And see, we don't understand. We got to get this in our brains, family, that these scriptures are here for our learning and our to guide us through this wicked world. You see, just looking at history and looking at today, these people have not changed. They have not changed.
Nope. But we want to hug and be lovey-dovey with them and all that. Hey, that's up to the Most High to what you call to show you who. You want to believe. Do for our people. Let me see what you do for our people. You ain't got to come in and give me a hug and a handshake and all that. Do something for our people. If you really love the people of the Most High, do something. Come in with your fake. Oh man, I love all people. I don't see color. When I hear that, I know you lying. Especially dark as I am. I know you lying. Time.
But now you got that. I was looking in the comments. Sister brought up we're gonna call it the jungle juice.
Oh, okay, yeah,
I know what I mean by jungle juice. I hope y'all know what I mean by that.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with the jungle juice.
Mm-hmm.
I think black people should get it first.
Hmm.
Go and get your booster.
Hmm.
And our people ran down there in droves, not learning from history, from Tuskegee, and other experiments that these folks have done. Went down there just to trust these folks.
Hmm.
When we gonna stop being stupid? When we gonna stop being stupid?
Hmm. It was a brother had sent me something, or he put something in one of our groups that we was in. Okay, I see you wore y'all. He wore y'all. See, he had been up for a while. Where we at? Man, one of the groups we in talk about how that jab has been giving people blood clots and everything else, and it's been making them. Yeah. It's hitting them today from when they got it. What 3, 4, 5 years? However long years ago it's been. No.
Yeah. That woman when it came out, she was talking about the jungle juice. She said it's gonna take 3 to 5 years for you to see the fallout of it. Now, I know the side effects. It's strokes. It's cancers.
Cancer, heart issues.
And it was something else. It's a lot more. But the ones I'm familiar with is what I seen with my own eyes. I had two family members come up with prostate. And my aunt had 5 strokes.
God, dog.
And listen, the people that was here, that was here 4 to 5 years ago, they're not here no more, man. I'm talking about, man, people is not putting the pieces, the puzzle together. It's a movie out. It's a documentary out called Sudden Death, where this guy Stu Peters interviewed morticians, and the morticians were saying they're pulling the blood clots out of these bodies 6 feet long.
God, dog.
When they get ready to embalm these people, the embalming fluid and the blood, the embalming fluid is not going into the vein. Because they're clogged up. They had to take these special tweezers and start pulling these clots out. And he said when they drain the blood, it's a lot of nanoparticles or some fibers that's in the blood as well. Wow. That's causing these clots. But anyway, let's go, brother.
Wow. All right. And all we gotta do is do a little history and research on these things, and we'll see that all what the brother said is true. Cause I've seen them. I've seen the videos and all. All right, here we go. Some timeline to events, and this is where y'all can go get y'all some check some books out on here. Timeline of the events: 1600, 1619. Epidemic devastated native populations. A European-born plague wiped out up to 90% of Wampagana coastal communities. Now, this is the sources where y'all can get it from. The sources, I'm not even going to try to call them, but if y'all see that or y'all want to go back and hit the pause button, which y'all want to find, look at a couple of these books. They got a lot of information in these in here too, when y'all go check them out. Here we go. The epidemic among the Wampanoag. This is the 1619 epidemic among the Wampanoag. Y'all can look at that. The New England Quarterly, 2009. All right, we go to the old one where he was talking about the Salisbury, Neal and Manitou and Providence, Indian, European, and the making of New England, 1500 to 1643, Oxford University Press, 1982. They did history research back on those. 1620, Pilgrims arrived and depopulate. Pilgrims arrived in a depopulated land. Y'all remember we just read before, when the Pilgrims got here, most of the population of the people was already wiped out from the diseases that had been brought over from the earlier Europeans. So when they got together, it wasn't no, like you say, it wasn't no happy union or no brotherhood. They needed help. And they ran right to these same funky Europeans to help them. And y'all can see the sources on here also. And just slow it down a little bit where y'all, if y'all ever want to just go read these. All right. The 1621 Harvest Feast, not yet. Thanksgiving, parentheses. Pilgrims and Wampanoag shared a multi-day harvest meal. Uh-oh, golly. Man, let me go back. I'm glad you said something. I'm reading.
Get it together. Get it together.
Get over there. I'm going to go back. I'm going to slow this down. Y'all see when I talk about the Pilgrims, this is the timeline. These are the sources that you can go back and read. And you see if y'all just stop the screen and just want to go, those things I was talking about at first. I'm working on two screens. I keep forgetting to look at the other screen when I be doing this. Sorry about that. All right, y'all can look at this, and these are sources where y'all can go check these people out. Check that how they wrote about it, and it's totally different from what we learned. I'm gonna read this real quick. It says 1621, the 1621 Harvest Feast, not yet Thanksgiving. Fall 1621, Pilgrims and Wampanoag shared a multi-day harvest meal. This was not a Thanksgiving day and not considered a holiday. The sources right here, you can read from these books right here or what they have wrote about them. Winslow, Edward, and Mort Relations, 1622. He said the only eyewitness account of the feast. All right. It's something I wanted to grab for y'all. Okay, June 1st, Thanksgiving Day proclaimed after the massacre. Governor John Withrow declared a Thanksgiving Day to celebrate the victory. The victory. After a massacre, he wanted to celebrate a victory. And it's in 1637. Primary sources: Withrow, the Journal of John Withrow, 1630 to 1649. All these already is written down in history. Entry for June 1637. Thanksgiving declared for the great and remarkable victory. All these, we can go find this in history and read about it if you ever want to just present it to people. We read about the King Philip's War earlier. And let me bring one more thing out that I had. But I made sure that I included the sources in here so we can see that, okay, here go one right here. I'm going to read this King Philip's War. Y'all listen to this. King Philip War. This was 1675 to 1676. 1 year. One of the deadliest per capita war in American history. fought between New England colonists and native nations. 3 native nations right there. The Wampanoag, and I don't know if I'm saying it right, or Narragansett and Nipmuc. Sources. You can see the sources right here where you can go get this from. And then say after the war, many native captives were enslaved and sold into the Caribbeans. Now, who you think these people were? Let me give y'all one more, and then I'm gonna be finished up here tonight. Let me go back to my email.
The question they need to ask themselves: how did these Europeans know that this land was over here that we call America today? You want to know the answer to that? Well, Columbus read the book of Esdras and saw where the 10 tribes had left and came to this land. This land was called Ossuary. It's in your apocrypha in Second Esdras. It's called Ossuary. So this is how they knew that the 10 tribes was over here. Those tribes that they saw over here were Israelites.
I'm gonna keep talk to him about something. I'm gonna pull something up. Trying to pull something up real quick. Go ahead. I'm trying to see how you spell that Ossuary.
Yeah, I forgot that movie. I think Wars, you know that movie? I can't think. It had just come out in a few years ago. And Columbus said the king of Spain or Portugal asked him, how you know it's a new world over there? He said, because I read the book of Esdras. Because you had to read it in the subtitles because they speak it in Portuguese. You had to read the subtitles. I said, he read the book of Esdras? I looked at that and I said, wait a minute. You mean to tell me I'm telling y'all, these white folks put this stuff in the movies in our face. You know, if you ain't reading the Bible, it just go right over your head.
Try to pull it up.
Yeah, it's Ossuary. Ossuary.
I got it right here. Here we go, right here. I'm gonna share this tab with y'all so y'all can see what the brother talking about. Here we go. It says, as Osherith, Morris Joe Stroh Jr. Kaufman Kula. Listen what it says. The name of the land beyond the great river, far away from the habitation of man, in which the 10 tribes of Israel will dwell, observing the law of Moses, until the time of restoration, according to what's that, 5 ES, whatever. Columbus identified America with this land. So y'all see what the
Columbus identified this with America. Now,
yes,
let's pull it up in the Second Esdras and read it to them. That show them that it's in your King James Apocrypha.
All right, let me get this in Second Esdras. I'm trying to remember where it is. Second Esdras is 13.
13 or 12.
I think it's 13. Let me. I want to say Second Esdras 13. Let me get the Apocrypha real quick. Apocrypha. I'll be having so many scriptures. I want to say Second Esdras 13, if I'm not mistaken. Second Esdras 13 is down towards the bottom. Yeah, here we go. Second Esdras 13, and we're gonna start at around. Let me share the screen. Second Esdras chapter 13. And we're going to start around verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Osea the king, whom Salmanasseh, the king of Assyria, led away captive and carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt, that they might dare keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land. All right, we'll keep reading. Go show. And they enter into Euphrates by a narrow place of the river. For the Most High then showed signs for them and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and the same region is called Ashereth.
That's right.
So
it took so the Most High stayed. He made the whole oceans to stay calm for a year and a half, so they could all cross over into this land called Ashereth, which is today called America. So it's the same thing that brother just read off of Google there, where he just read that, and they said it word for word almost just like he did in this King James second Esdras right here, chapter 13. So, brothers and sisters, ain't nothing new under the sun. You see, now Thanksgiving is giving thanks to the slaughtering of the Israelites.
Yep. That's who it is.
Your own people.
Your own people.
A lot of us didn't come. A lot of us are some of the original inhabitants of our those people we just read about in Second Esdras. Some of your lineage come across them slave ships as well. So,
yes, sir.
You know, Most High, don't make no mistakes, brothers and sisters, because we all say we got some Indian in the family. Yeah, my grandmama Indian. Oh, for real?
Right.
My grandmama Indian too. For real? Oh man.
All right. All praise. Hope y'all got some understanding on that. If you just look up that word Ashereth and put in a Jewish encyclopedia, it'll show you, and you can find it in there, and you compare it to your Second Esdras, chapter 13, around that 40th verse on down. All right. Where was I? Let me close this out because it's just trying to buffer on me now. I got too much open. And I'm going to close this one out too. I'm going to go to this one and share my screen again. Yeah, we're starting to do some buffering. All right, y'all. Let's go to the image. Those people, those Pequot people that they killed. Let's see what they look like. General physical appearance of the Pequot people, based on description from earlier colonists Winslow, Gookin, and Wood, and what we know from Eastern Woodland peoples, skin tone, typically medium to deep brown, varying naturally across individuals. Description from colonists use terms like dark tawny. And one of them I read, it did say swarthy. Brown or copper colored. Now, who is that? Who is that today? Now, listen to this. Hair, straight black or very dark brown, usually worn long, often tied, braided, or worn loose in battle. Men shave part of their head for warfare, similar to Mohawk style during certain periods. Eyes of those people was usually dark brown. Build of them generally lean, strong, and muscular due to lifestyle. Was good at hunting, fishing, long distance traveling, and warfare. All right.
I got something to throw at the people right quick.
Bring it up.
Through the scriptures of the Most High, that Second Esdras 13, all praises be to the Most High God. he said, "Wasn't nobody dwelling here." Now the
Right.
question you need to ask yourself, brothers and sisters, if was nobody living over here, and we came over here, the 10 tribes, you need to ask yourself, well, then who did they replace? Who is these so-called Indians that they trying to replace us with? What did they come? Where did they get these people from? Those are your what they call them folks? I forgot it.
Mongoloid or Genghis Khan people?
Yeah. I want to say these are your Eskimos, but they come from another region. They came across the Bering Strait.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're more of Oriental descent, if that's a word.
Pretty much.
That's who those people are. Hamites. Some call them Hamites. Other was calling them something else. Not Jaffe, but what's his name? The one that the sisters that had the children by the daddy.
The Moabites and Ammonites.
They come from that line. Some say they come from that line. So, yeah, brothers and sisters, we got to start asking ourselves questions. Well, if we was here, they took our identity, called us whatever, Negroes, which we are, then who was these people that replaced us with? And those are the Indians, fake Indians. They're not originally inhabitants of the land, brothers and sisters. They brought them folks from overseas.
Yep.
I just had to throw that at them, Hebrew.
You right on point. Right on point. And we over here celebrating the things that celebrating this holiday out here. And all we reading about is these people came over here and killed our people and celebrated that themselves. Hairstyles and grooming. Men often wore their hair long and braided, tied back. Sometimes one side shaving off for battle. Not everyday look. Facial hair was plucked or shaved off. This is why we got in trouble with that too, because they wasn't supposed to be doing that. Your hair is supposed to be on your face. Kept your hair on your face. Women usually wore long hair, braids, tied back loose during ritual or mourning. All right. Clothing appearance of the Pequot was also shaped by traditional dress clothing. Deerskin, breechcloth for men, and wrap around skirts for women. Fur long robes in the winter, leggings and moccasins. Clothing often decorated with wampum, porcupine quills, beads, painted patterns. It was something else I saw in here. Okay. Yeah, okay, we're gonna go to it. They say body art. They practice body art, painting, welding black pigment. They painted their face, war ceremonies, tattoos documented among several southern New England tribes. Adornments with beads, purple and white shell beads, necklaces, armbands, and earrings. Feather adornments, but not giant plain hairstyle. Here we go right here. Again, it says, one colonist wrote, specifically said, early English writer described southern New England native people, including the Pequot, this way. William Wood and New England Prospect, 1634. Of complexion, there you go right there. Swarth. We all know what the meaning of swarth is. We all know the meaning of swarth. Let me see. Let me pull it up. Let me see if I can pull it up. All right. Here we go right here. Swarth or swarthy. Y'all see dark skinned it. She looked very frail, standing next to her strong and swarthy brother. Similar dark color, dark skin, dark complected, dusty. So another old English term that's they say pretty much obsolete. So you know what people that was over here. Not like they try to portray them in the cowboy movie. These were dark-skinned people over here at the time. Tawny, they excelled in agility and nimbleness. That's us all the time, right? Daniel Gookin said, generally black hair of good proportion and straightness. John Massey, Pequot War soldier. Though an enemy, he noted they were strong, active, and fierce. These descriptions match Eastern, whatever these people are today, but they ain't gonna say gonna match us. Somebody else wrote brown to lighter skin tones. Like, hold on, let me say, this is modern Pequot appearance. These are now we starting to see how they change. All the way up there, they got the people way back in the 1600s was saying that they were dark-skinned. But now the modern appearance of Pequot people, the Mashantucket Pequot people today show widely diversity like any population, brown to lighter skin tones, a straight or wavy dark hair, a range of facial features. Centuries of country in America. That's talking about something else that I was gonna pull up. All right, we got the swarthy part of it. I was still on that. Let me go back. My bad. I messed up again. Share this tab instead. Again, let me go back down to here. Here we go. This is what I was reading earlier, y'all. Modern Pequot people appearance. The Mashantucket Pequot people today show a diversity like any population. Brown to lighter skin tones. Straight or dark wavy hair, a range of facial features. That's what I was reading earlier. Again, y'all forgive me. Let me see if I can go back to this one. And we're going to pull this up. Since we pulled up swarthy, see if we can pull up some of the Pequot people of today. And y'all, I don't know if y'all, I hope y'all can see that. These are some of the Pequot people of today. This is how they look. Y'all gonna look over here, and I'm gonna show y'all how Esau do. If y'all see it over there, look how Esau do. Hold on, where it is. They're not gonna let it come back up again. But anyway, they infiltrate. They infiltrate and still try to come in and claim to be the people of the other nations. Or I always put themselves in. All you have to do is Google $5 Indian, and you will see how they come in and try to put themselves in the mix.
Hey, Hebrew.
Come on.
Open another Google tab. I want you to type this in. 10 Commandments found in Indian Mound in Ohio.
All right. Ten Commandments found in Indian Mound in Ohio.
All right.
This one came up. Can you see the screen?
Yeah. Go on video. You see video?
Yeah, right here. I see video. You want me to get that heathen that's up there?
Glenn Beck. Is it Glenn Beck? You know who Glenn Beck is?
No, I don't know Glenn Beck. I see a 1 minute video they got right. Is
that him right there? Glenn
right
Beck
here.
used to be on Fox News.
Let me pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up.
Yeah, I think that's him.
In 1860, David Wyrick, he's a guy who surveyed the Newark earthworks. He was digging into a mound near those earthworks, and he found a wooden coffin made of oak. They opened up the coffin and found a skeleton of a man holding a little box. It was about 8.10 inches in size. The box had been cemented shut here. This, by the way, is sitting in Ohio. Well, he opened up the box and he found a little man inside, a little black stone. They took it to scholars and they looked at it. The man seems to be carrying something, and there's writing here at first they couldn't recognize. The writing is, they thought in 1860, some sort of Hebrew. Well, finally, about 20 years later, they found some rabbis living in the area, and the rabbis looked at that, and they could read it. They said it was an old kind of block Hebrew, and it was a rendition of the Ten Commandments. Now,
that was on Fox News when he brought that out. Don't you know the next week they fired that man?
Wow.
So reason I want you to play that is to go back to what we read in 2nd Esdras about we was over here. And this is why today, brothers and sisters, it's Indian mounds all over the United States, especially in Mississippi. You cannot dig in no Indian mounds. Those are considered federal sites. You cannot dig in those Indian mounds. Why? Because they know that in those mounds is the truth of who them people were when they came over here.
Yep.
I just had to bring that out, Hebrew.
All praise to the Most High. I'm glad you brought it out. That just brings more understanding to the class, showing you who they came over here and conquered. Who they came over here and conquered. Yep. But we give all praise and honor to the Most High. That's all I had today on here. I got a little time, so y'all know what I'm going to do. I'm going to give a couple shout-outs. Let me start up here. And y'all forgive me if I forget anyone. It's like say, where we start at. Start up here. I see Brother Warriors. He had jumped in. We heard the brother say he had been up late. Been up early, so he probably trying to get him some Z's right now. But I got y'all see my rib. She was in here. Yisrael, shalom to you. Sister Brenda Hill, shalom. Most High Christ bless you. Sister Jim, saying to you, shalom, sis, shalom. Most High and Christ bless. That's you right there, Mike. I see you, brother. I see you. Appreciate you coming in over here with me. Yeah. I seen a few other names. I said Brenda Hill. Somebody else had jumped in too. Thought I saw. Oh, there she go. Sister Cindy Carr. Shalom to you, sis. Shalom. All right. Who else was it? I saw somebody else. Come on, something popped up on me.
Oh yeah, family. Soon as it's live over, if we got any prayer requests or anything, I will be on the prayer line. As soon as he end this live, I'm going to the prayer. Hit the prayer call number if you need prayer or need to get something off your chest or whatever. I'll be on that line as soon as it's live over.
Yeah, Shalom, sis Veronica, Shalom. Y'all, she said, don't forget about them football games. Yep, all that's being played, finna be in the book of Maccabees, where we made a place of exercise. You're right, sis. You're right about that. There goes Sister Arlene. Sister Arlene, shalom to you, sis. Shalom.
Sis.
Bless
you in the building.
She said, Sister Veronica said she told her mom she's not coming over tomorrow. Nothing to celebrate. I know that's right. Well, I saw somebody else. Come on. And with somebody, some name had came up, and I need to start giving shout outs when I see him come across. Actually, go Sister Shonda. Shalom
Sister
to you.
Shonda in the building.
Shalom.
Hey, shalom, sis. Hope you see you in the prayer call in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody should be there tonight. Y'all ain't gotta go to work tomorrow. White man gave you the day off.
He gave it to y'all. That's right. Yeah, my brother Yedadiah was in the building. Shalom, Yedi.
Yedadiah. What up, Yedadiah?
Mm-hmm. Peace and blessing to you, brother. Peace and blessing to you and your family. I know you over there with that little one.
Yes,
but
sir.
I think that was it. And look, sis say she working tomorrow. Say salon wide open. Wide open.
Oh, okay. Okay. Go on in there and do your thing, sis.
I need to come and get a retwist. My days are over with. But shalom to you. May the Most High in Christ bless each and every one of them. Y'all just hold the line. That's all I say. Hold the line. Don't let none of these people come here and try to tell you, give you this fake thing and tell you about what it's all about. Family. It's family getting together. It's nothing wrong with it. You're eating it. No, don't let them do it. You are celebrating death. That's what you're celebrating. And we, none of us should be wanting to celebrate death of your own people. Brother Kanah, shalom, shalom. I see you, shalom. He said, post the number for the prayer.
Shalom, Hebrew.
He said, want the number for the prayer.
Sisters. Hey, the sisters in the chat. Can y'all put the prayer line number? Because I'm driving. Can y'all please put the prayer line number in the chat? Put the phone number and the code for our brother. Please. Y'all help a brother out. Man, I love our audience, man. Our congregation, man. They awesome. I couldn't ask for a better congregation.
Yeah. There it is right there. There it is, Can you see it?
All right, Brother King, y'all, Hebrew, type that number in, that 716 number, and then it's going to ask for that code. You put that code in, it's going to bring you right into the room, Hebrew. Brenda Hill, Sister Brenda Hill, I know you still listening. Come on in, sister. I need you to stop being shy. Come on into the room. Come on in the room. Make me sing that old church song, that old black one you sang from Georgia Mass Choir. Come on in the room.
Sister Brenda Hill, please come on in the room. We don't want it. But Brother Kanah said he got it, and he got it. All praise.
Thank you, Sister Veronica. For posting that number in there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he got it. All praise and glory to the Most High. Thank y'all for chiming in on this Wednesday night. I was sitting here twiddling my thumb, trying to get my class together for the Shabbat. I said, man, let me get something in, because I wasn't getting nothing down, putting nothing down for the Shabbat class. this right here fell on my mind. So I said, let me bring this out to the people, man.
I'm glad it fell on your mind because it's funny. Warriors, I didn't know Warriors was going live today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you text and say you finna go live. Well, me and Cortez gonna go live tonight as well. But I said, hey, cancel that. Eliyahu going live tonight, so he finna talk about Thanksgiving. Because that's what we were gonna talk about. You know
okay.
So all praise to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? It all still worked. It worked out good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sister, hold on, bro. Sister Brenda Hill. That number right there in that chat, Sister Brenda Hill. You call that number, and then you put that code in. Sister Brenda Hill. Owe it to the family.
She said she gonna try. There it is, up on the screen. All praise the Lord to the Most High. Most High Christ bless each and every one of y'all. May He continue to be with y'all. Y'all hold the line. May He continue to show y'all faith in Him. That you won't be celebrating none of these holidays. Telling your people get away from it. The ones you can reach, the ones you can't reach. Hey, just kick the dust off your feet and keep it moving. Keep it moving. But don't let that stop or stop you or discourage you from spreading the words of the Most High. All praise and glory to the Most High, Yah, and His only begotten Son. Shalom, my people. Shalom. Love y'all indeed and in truth. Shalom.
Love you all.